Hey there, guys. It's me, PK Speed. Welcome back to another episode of the Midnight Toons. God damn it.
What's that? Something really fast just went by.
I'm Pixel, and alongside me are Faye and the one and only PK Speed.
Yeah, it's me. I'm the one and only. Don't get it twisted. Or as I'm also going by my other title, people call me Cock Wizard.
The Cock Wizard.
Listen. This year hasn't gone well so far, so I'm just gonna become a Cock Wizard now. So, you know.
Well,
the humor of this podcast has gone downhill significantly since the first episode. We're not even a whole minute in, and we already made a cock joke.
Yeah, no, it's okay. Faye,
Too bad, though, is by PK becoming a Cock Wizard, I have become the ball torturer, like Grandmaster, the Archmage.
Pixel, listen. Wait, no, okay, sorry. No, Faye, that one play was a joke. I'm being serious. I'm a Cock Wizard now. I take this very seriously. Don't undermine my
Put that on your resume.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, sure.
Under skills, you is that where you put it?
yeah, just like, oh, okay, Vinnie, you have some history. Apparently you were a Cock Wizard for a year? I'm like, yes, it was a hard job, honestly.
Previous occupations like YouTube editor, video maker, Cock Wizard. Okay, got some pretty nice qualifications here.
I feel like some YouTubers done that at some point, being like, oh yeah, I put a meme in my resume in case YouTube doesn't work out for them.
I was saying, if YouTube never works out, I can always go back to my Cock Wizard job.
There's always a way to go back. But anyway, welcome back, everyone. As you see, Pixel's now here because now he's an actual co-host instead of a temp, basically.
I give my thanks to the one person who commented that I should return.
That was you. Shut the fuck up. As you see, this has worked out perfectly. Nothing.
The true humor has arrived.
Oh damn! You saying I'm not funny? Because you're right.
No.
I think what's more offensive is saying that I'm not funny.
Oh yeah.
True. No. But see, here's the thing, though, Faye. You're like the shonen because you travel the world, and then right as someone is ready to battle and challenge you, you can pull up and like bring out the comedy that only you can provide.
Okay.
All right. Okay. But anyway, we hope you guys have everyone.
Remember the podcast intro?
Yeah, it's great. It's fine. Don't worry. Listen, this is content. Don't worry.
True.
But anyway, welcome back to another episode of the Midnight Toons. I'm your host PK. We got Pixel and of course Faye. And we're going to be talking about what we usually do. But before we start, I'm going to get slightly serious. I'm not going to discuss some of the stuff that's already happened in 2021, aside from the fact that I have cursed this year once again because I try to be like, you know what, things are going to get better, and the world decided no, fuck you. But
I mean, like according to a random GIF on Twitter, my year is going to contain murder, happiness, and anxiety. So yeah. I've already given up. Yeah. I've already given up.
So we're not going to go into details. If you want to, I just want to say that
check Twitter if you want to see what's going on.
If you want to talk politics, come argue with me on Twitter at Faye Exclaimed.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, definitely. But I just wanted to say, like, for those people, who are not having a good time, we're here for you. Are you fucking serious? Anyway, we hope, we can get through this together. It's fine.
Also, just a general friendly reminder from your friendly neighborhood Pixel man. Don't be an idiot on the internet. Don't. Just stop. Don't be an...
Well,
this is a podcast. Stop bursting your mic out, please.
Sorry, I had to do it because it needs to be said.
Also, how many neighborhoods need a Pixel? I don't know.
It's supposed to be passive listening.
Too many neighborhoods. Too many neighborhoods, PK. Too many neighborhoods.
That brings up more questions, but regardless, first we're going to talk about what we did this week. And since you're the new co-host, Pixel, have you done anything noticeable in the past week or so?
Yes, I'm continuously attempting to finish up my diploma, but in the meantime, I have been too busy wrecking AI on Street Fighter 3 Third Strike with Akuma with my brand new new controller, which is
got it.
Pretty much like I still haven't mastered everything. Other than that, I think otherwise I've just been too busy reveling in the fact that I now got another stimulus check and got to spend all of the money on it on things other than a new game console that arrived so many months later than it needed to be, than it was supposed to be. Great. So
that's great. That'd be cool if I got that, but whatevs. I still gonna work that out. But that's cool. Can't believe you're gonna become the next Third Strike champion. That's gonna be fucking something.
If I can find an active game scene, maybe.
Well, yeah, there's always an active game scene.
I was about to say, people still play Third Strike.
Yeah, well, they're playing on a Fightcade though, and they're not. I don't think they're playing on an Anniversary Collection.
A Fightcade doesn't count. Those are all. I don't know. Those people aren't. Those are the same people who play Skullgirls online.
Wait.
People. Wait, no. Shut the fuck up, PK. People still play Skullgirls now.
Listen. Don't
you hurt me?
You can't.
You came for me. You come for Skullgirls. You come for me.
Yeah, no. Faye here is fucking Skullgirls.
I just understand that the meme exists now, and so I have to do it. Otherwise, my honor will fade ever so slowly.
Please, I can't. You can't do this to me. You can't do this to us because we love Skullgirls, but that's tainted.
Skullgirls too. You just gotta face the facts. All right.
I know. It's fine.
Me face the truth a long time ago that we're never gonna get another Garo Mark of the Wolves game. So
yeah, fuck no.
We'll never get PK's official statement on the 13-0 he experienced at our friend's house many years ago.
Okay.
No.
Listen.
Oh.
I'm trying to think of something, but I legitimately can't. I can't. I just gotta take the beating. Honestly, that's my fault.
I was holding out. I was handing out L's.
Whenever
I was handing out L's left and right.
Who has Faye? This is the true test. Your true first impression. Who were you handing out L's as?
Beowulf. Of course.
Beowulf. Of course.
She's fucking.
Oh boy.
Beowulf's so fucking tough, but I hate fighting him so goddamn much.
Literally, just don't press a button.
I know.
What are you doing? Stop pressing buttons.
Okay, listen. Okay.
No, just pick double and don't be a fucking idiot.
Shut up. Anyway, but Pixel was talking about Third Strike and on the topic of fighting games. That's what I've been doing for the past couple days because I've gone back into the best fighting game. Pixel's absolute favorite one. Them Fighting Herds. Them Fighting Herds. It's fucking.
Yeah. The pain and misery.
You keep saying that, even though it's a good game, and you have admitted that there's you only don't like it because of personal. I've
been tainted by years upon years of anti-brony fandoms that it's
even though
ingrained.
This isn't My Little Pony though.
It is in every little speck of my DNA. If you could pull out a single strand and enlarge it, you'll see it there. It's like old beaten up Rainbow Dash fan art. It's great.
What the fuck? Okay. Anyway, yeah, I've been playing Them Fighting Herds, which is it's basically a My Little Pony styled fighting game, which originally, before it became what it is nowadays, it was actually a My Little Pony fighting game before that game got DMCA'd by Hasbro, and they were like, nah, you can't do that. Don't do that. But then they were fuck it. We'll just make our own game with Applejacks. And I can't think of something that rhymes with My Little Pony and hookers. I'm sorry.
how is Hasbro still alive as a company?
Because they sell
Like,
toys.
you
Kids buy
never
toys.
hear their name, or you barely ever hear their name for anything outside of, oh yeah, sure, there's this new like Transformer thing coming
They're
out,
also
or
on G.I.
there's this
Joe.
new My Little Pony thing coming out. And sure, they're both massive franchises, but you think at this point they would like pull a Disney and like separate themselves and become their own entities.
Nah,
Because Hasbro isn't a media company. Hasbro is like a toy company.
Yeah,
So like most of their profits and stuff, most of their new products are like you'll find at like a toy shelf, which is like stuff that we obviously don't know anything about because we're not kids going to Toys R Us.
Yeah.
That's
And
sorry,
also, did you?
I had a very vivid image of a gravestone. Forgive me. Continue.
Fun fact though, you know Hasbro actually sells Ouija board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's kind of fucked up to me because of like people like.
You got a light blue chip with it too, like where it sees all letters. You get to it's light blue and everything.
What's the
It's got
point then?
It glows in the dark.
Yeah.
Finally, I could talk to these raves and glow in the dark board. Ooh. I love it. But yeah, no.
It comes in hot pink. It comes in your standard Cthulhu. There's a Stranger Things version. It's great.
I actually would buy that if it came in like skins. But back when I was talking to them, Fighting Herds is a great ass fucking fighting game in the style of My Little Pony. Friendship is Magic, of course. Of course, you're not really only playing as ponies. They have other characters of different animals and all that. The main thing that's kind of shocking is one, this game's fucking tight because like
It has fighting game mechanics that like are consistent.
Yeah, it also helps that, before the name got ruined, Pixel, that Lab Zero actually helped a little bit with the team Main Six with their game. They basically gave them like a part, like the Skullgirls engine is like, hey, here you go, fucking go nuts with it, go crazy.
Does it have trip mechanic?
No.
Then it's great. Awesome. I'm buying it.
It's good. Yeah, no, I recently got back into it because Pixel here because of him getting all upset because it looks like My Little Pony.
It's not that I got upset. I just
what I mean.
realized that the fighting game community, it's not the word isn't trash that I'm looking for. It's an absolute abomination nowadays.
No, trash is the word you're looking for.
It's both good and bad. Like
You
there's
know what
just
else
a
is
lot.
good and bad? Pixel Von Doom on Discord.
Yeah, you bet your fucking ass.
I trusted you, but regardless, this game is really it's really fantastic, and it gives me that kind of same feeling with Skullgirls. Although it doesn't have much characters, it's only got 6 at the moment. Although another reason why I got back into it because they're releasing a new DLC character, Shanti, fucking a pirate goat, and I'm excited for that. Not only because it's a new character to play in a game I'm already enjoying, but people got the peek at some of the new colors that they're releasing, and one of them was a fucking shout of sea, which is a reference to fucking Wooly, Wooly versus / Super Best Friends. And I'm like, that's tight. I gotta get back into this then. But it also helps that, the game it runs really well online. Even if you have like crappy Wi-Fi, it still runs really good online.
It's got that. Does it have that rollback?
Yeah, of course.
Then we're safe.
Yeah.
We live to see another day. We live to see it.
We live to play another fighting game.
Truly.
Unlike some other ones, Smash. Anyway. But yeah, no, I've been having a great time with it. It's super great. I recommend anyone go play it. I think it's only about like $10 on Steam. I can't remember which, honestly. It's not fully done yet though. They do got a few features that they're not fully done, like ranked, like they don't have like ranked matches yet, but they do have there's a really cool feature in the game, which is the pixel lobby. No relation. But
no, definitely relation.
Anyway.
they're cousins. We're cousins, bro.
No, you're not. Anyway, it's a really because there's two different types of lobbies in the game. There's like regular classic lobby where you just make a lobby, you can invite people into the lobby and you can fight whoever. And then the pixel lobby is like an interactive thing that players can actually like walk around with their avatar and all that and put on accessories.
So it's like what's it called? Blaze Blue Cross Tag. It's like
except that it's not the fucking main menu and you need to get through the game through it.
I don't
like. God. I love Dragon Ball Fighters, but it does that, and I don't understand it.
I don't understand anything about Blaze Blue Cross Tag.
You don't need to.
Special, weird. Its mechanics are strange. Its menus are absolute fucking dog shit.
No, actually, you can sum it up, Pixel. You can actually sum it up in one word. It's every character is DLC.
Literally. Download content.
It is the worst I have ever seen with any fighting game where like majority of the roster is nothing but DLC. The only characters you got for free were the Ruby characters, which were the characters most people didn't want.
Yeah.
I'm like
literally, and I'll out myself right now. Literally, like since I'm a free to play player, yeah. I'll say I haven't bought any of the DLC.
I mean, it's
the only characters I've been actively playing are Gardu, I think his name is, and then Gardu. Iron Taker because big fun orc, a big funny demon man throw people around with magnets.
Speaking of which, that was actually another feature that they're adding with the DLC character and them fighting her. Is of course like a lot of other fighting games, if you don't have the DLC, you can still fight against players who are playing as the new DLC character. But a really cool thing that they've added in their game is you can play the DLC character, but only in training mode. So you can get a feel for them and like decide whatever you want to buy that character or not at some other point. I think that's a really cool thing.
Well, that's always a good thing to add.
Yeah.
I'm always a big advocate for letting people who don't want to buy the DLC yet at least experience some of it in some form or fashion for free, even if it's limited, like say in a training mode or. Oh yeah, you could totally play the story of this like DLC, but you're not gonna get any of the fucking loot for it if it's like an MMO shit. So that's good to see.
Well, yeah, that's all I've really done for like games. Because aside from that, I've been playing Borderlands 2, which is it's still been going good, still good. Mm-hmm. Aside from that, I watched a really terrible movie recently with a friend of mine called Threads. It's not terrible in the sense of like it's a bad movie, but it's terrible in the sense of this movie's gonna make you feel like a piece of shit because it takes place around the Cold War era, and basically the premise is what if the UK just got nuked? That's basically the plot, and you get to spend the whole next hour and a half seeing these people suffer through radiation poisoning and all that. It's terrible. It's a movie that is just like the entire time I'm just like I can't keep watching this. I really don't enjoy this. But I finished it and it's a good movie if you want to have bad nightmares. So, yeah. But what about you, Faye? Have you done anything
this week?
Yeah.
Same stuff, you know how it is. Playing weird niche RP game. Played some Eternal Return Black Survival. That's really it. I haven't really done much else this week. I've been kind of busy doing like an event on that RP game I play.
Oh, cool.
I don't want to get into too much detail about it because like it's a really niche game and
that's fine.
I don't really want like people fucking following me onto there.
Yeah, you want to keep it niche.
Yeah, worst case scenario is getting recognized by someone in an RP game, and it's like, there's.
I don't know how it would feel with being like, oh, hey, you're from the Midnight Toons podcast, please.
I was going to say, hey, I know you. And it's like, oh, God, please, no. Just end me. Just put the Doom 3 shotgun on my head and fire. We'll see how it goes.
Strange.
Well, yeah, it's like, most people don't know who's playing what character.
Mm.
And so it's like, if I was in the Discord or something and I was like talking and somebody was like, wait, you're the Faye from Twitter? And I would want to die. Because it's like, I have a reputation with this community that is like not completely and entirely the same, know? And so it's like, I try to keep politics out of my gaming whenever I'm in these communities, because a lot of these communities, they're gamers, so they don't have the best politics.
Yeah, of course.
And so I just kind of like try not to bring it up, and that's kind of what I'm like known for online is politics.
Yeah.
And so like, if any of my Twitter followers came to the game I'm playing and like said something about me, I could potentially like lose people who are like, it's complicated, but essentially, I don't want people to know about too much about it, but it's been going well.
Yeah, that's fine.
I flexed a little bit, did some cool things, but besides that, I haven't really been doing much, just watching the news,
Yeah.
And I'm sure I'm going to talk about the news later because it's relevant to one of the things we're talking about, so I won't get into it now.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah, you're right. But yeah, no, that's what we've been doing our weeks. Pixel left for a little bit because he needs to go do something real quick. But while we're doing that, since we were earlier talking about fighting games, we'll start with some of the news, and I'll just go into one of the a bit later news stories, whatever. But KOF 15, it got a trailer. Which
I have not watched the trailer, but I'm looking at the screenshot.
It's really short. It just shows just 6 characters that are going to be in the game, which is cool. The one thing that everyone's super excited is, oh my god, the game actually looks good, unlike KOF 14, which looked like KOF 14 kind of had a similar issue that Marvel's Capcom Infinite had, where the gameplay was really good. It was pretty solid, but the game looks like ass, just Mondo ass. But
it'd be that way.
Yeah, it's just like it sucks because I think KOF is fucking great and it deserves more credit in the fighting game scene. But KOF 14 looks fucking terrible, and most people don't play KOF games because they're just that one franchise that Street Fighter crossed over with once back in PS1, PS2 era. But yeah. They announced that the game looks visually way more impressive than its predecessor. This may help given the fact that they worked on Samurai Showdown in between that, which looks really good. Along with that, they announced a few other things. They announced KOF 14 Complete Edition, which comes with all the DLC characters, costumes, etc., to PS4 and all that, which you can also play on your PS5, I believe. Whatevs. So that's cool. They announced KOF 2002 Unlimited Match. I think that's the name. Yeah, it is. Which is one of the older KOF games, but it's fucking tight, and it's one of the recent ones that they've been going back on working, because that game has good netcode now. Like, really good. Like, you can fight someone in fucking Brazil and no lag at all. It's good.
And that's beautiful. That's a beautiful thing. Take notes, Nintendo.
Please. Just take any notes, please.
Try at all. Just try at all. You don't even have to take notes. Just look at it. Really.
Just take a note. Sorry for that interruption, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, no, it's great. Also, the last thing they announced is some new DLC characters for Samurai Showdown, which doesn't have good netcode, but I still really like Samurai Showdown. I love it so much because it's a game where you hit a character with a heavy and they lose like 60% of their health.
Yeah, it's raw.
I love it. It's so good. But yeah, they announced some new DLC characters. One of them was some weird like furry tribal girl. She looks cute. That's all I really have to say about it. She's got a big boomerang, so maybe she's Australian. Because, boomerangs. And the other character they also announced was Hibiki from Last Blade 2, which looks fantastic. I'm super excited for that. Anyway, but yeah. No, it's cool for, SDK's announcing some cool stuff, and I'm super excited for KOF 15. Hopefully it's good, please. I want this to outdo, I don't know, Street Fighter 5 at least. It's not that hard, though, so...
We need to talk about it.
Street Fighter 5?
We need to talk about it.
All right, I return. My apologies.
We need to talk
That's right.
about it.
Okay. Before we do, Pixel, you missed that we were talking about KOF 15.
Ah, yes. You mean the one that isn't gonna bring back Duck King? Yeah, I know.
Off. They're never bringing back Duck King. The most you'll get is his duck in the background. Now die.
No, I want him back. I want funny dancing man back in my life.
No. Anyway, but yeah, they.
Yeah, you know what I want back? I want two best friends back. It's not gonna happen though. Get over it.
That's spicy. That's spicy.
I've accepted it. Just please stop reminding me.
Just let him go. He doesn't want to be here.
It took me a whole year, but it's good. But anyway, yeah, no. KOF's announced most of their stuff that they've been doing. We're gonna actually get. Oh yeah, before that, KOF 15 will also be having another trailer that will actually show gameplay, I believe, because this trailer was just showing characters and visuals. That's it. But yeah, no, I'm super excited for it. It's cool that KOF 2002 is coming to PS4 and all that, because that game fucking rocks. It has like 66 characters in it. It's fucking great.
Ugh. Although I'm forever in a pain state that we have now finally fully exited the era of games using 2D sprites as characters.
Yeah.
Because
That's a shame.
Yeah, it's hard. It's
it really is. Mine is, like indie games.
Yeah,
like
AAA games gotta have a 2D.
All
like
the new modern games are all using like pre-made 3D models, and I want to fucking die.
I would say pre-made, but I get the idea.
Well, not pre-made, but like they're 3D models.
Yeah, a lot of them are just pushing realism or trying to be technically the most impressive thing now.
I want like hyper detailed pixel art fighter. That's what I want.
Oh man, I love.
I expressed this PK multiple times, but I really just want an officially made Mugen fighter where you can like use sprites from like all of like fighting game history. Like you can use like Street Fighter 2 Ryu or Street Fighter 3 Ryu and shit like that.
Fuck.
You just want Salty Bets to be a game.
You just want Salty Bet to be a game, yeah.
And what happened to Salty Bets? Is Salty Bets still
it's
a
still
thing?
going.
Hold on, I'm gonna pull up Salty Bets.
Yeah,
right now.
they should be still streaming right now. They're like streaming like most of the time.
Can we get sponsored by Salty Bets?
You know what? I hope so. Like, I'll push for it if I have to. Midnight Toons sponsored by Salty Bet. Hell yeah. But anyway, since we're still on the topic of gaming and all that, because I know Faye really wants to talk about it. We have Twitch, streaming website that everyone's probably on all the time, and of course everyone probably already knows if you haven't been keeping up with the news, but its emote Pogchamp has been removed from Twitch.
It was put in the gulag.
Yeah, basically.
It was put in the gulag. Okay, so
yeah,
man, where do I start? Where do I start? This is a mess. It's just a whole mess.
Yeah.
Everything about it is a mess. And it's hilarious because they don't know what to do. But I love it.
Yeah.
So the streamer who's responsible for Pogchamp.
Yeah, he's actually an FGC member. Gutex.
He's an FGC fighting game member. Gotex, Ryan Gutierrez. He kind of popped off on Twitter saying some spicy things about the Capitol Hill stuff.
Yeah. For people who didn't know, some people have known for quite a few years, but he's fucking nuts.
Yeah, he's fucking batshit.
He's a wacko.
So to talk about this, we first need to talk about what happened on Capitol Hill.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We can talk about that.
Too long, really don't care about politics. Trump supporters got angry, decided to storm. I
can give an actual explanation if you'd let me.
Okay, but before you start, of course, we have timestamps at the bottom, so in case anyone doesn't.
Yeah, if you want to skip this, you can skip it, but you're a coward if you do.
True.
So what's going on in the world right now? matters. And one of the things that's happening right now is there is a particularly large populist group in America that really likes Orange Man.
Yeah.
And Orange Man is bad, as we've established many times. I'm sure that's not a take that's spicy.
Nothing new.
So Orange Man was being bad, and is going to be removed from office soon through legitimate means of election.
Yeah.
And his supporters went to the Capitol protesting the electoral vote happening in the Senate, and the Orange Man went on Twitter and was like, haha, you're all my little Pogchamps, but you have to leave the Capitol now. And they didn't leave the Capitol. And it kept going. Somebody died. Multiple people were injured. There's sensitive information stolen from the Pentagon or something. I don't know. And now we're here. So Trump was banned off Twitter.
Super banned.
Parler was taken off a Google store. And Gotix was like, you know what? I'm gonna say it.
Ugh.
And Twitch was like, yeah, about that, and gulagged him, and now he's gone. And it's just like those pictures with Stalin where people just don't exist anymore.
Yeah. Oh man.
And now they've decided, okay, so instead of having him be a permanent mark on our website, we're gonna take Pogchamp, which is like his thing, and instead of getting rid of it entirely and losing a large part of our brand and like our meme and relativism, we're going to make it a random person every 24 hours, which is a very nice and calming solution to a problem that is presented through the most frustrating and scary means.
Yeah, for sure. Ooh. But yeah, no, the whole situation, it's just just a highway collision, honestly.
Yeah.
Not only Trump got like mega banned, not even just on Twitter, but just like on any social media, honestly.
I did, however, hear, and this is only a rumor, that people managed to get a Melty Blood set up in the Capitol
Are
building.
you fucking? Oh.
I mean, again, it's only rumors, so could be true, could not be true.
I heard that somebody got into Nancy Pelosi's office and set up a melee friendly setup.
I heard it too. It was great.
They tried to stream it, but it got DMA'd by Nintendo.
it got real quick.
Yeah, the multiplayer, that was the highlight from the multiplayer players, because they love playing in the bathrooms. They got to do it in the fucking bathrooms in the Capitol.
The bathroom of the U.S. government.
They even got some cops to play with them. It was great.
It was grand. I heard one of them. I don't know any.
I think
just
one of them
Melty Blood. A joke now.
Yeah.
Playing Melty Blood and the bathroom of the White House.
That multiplayer player was like, he felt like a king because they loved the bathroom.
He felt like the president.
Yeah.
Brewing.
Probably would do a better job. But yeah, that's what's been happening with Twitch and a lot of the stuff happening recently. So, maybe we'll go on to something not a complete mess, honestly.
I'm glad he got gripped. I'm glad.
Yeah, no. That I
That's
don't.
all I wanted to get at. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm glad they decided to rip the Band-Aid off and just ban him. It was grand.
Yeah. But speaking of stuff that got removed, Ray Fisher, who people may know plays Cyborg in the oh my god, I forgot the comic book studio name. What is happening? DC, the DCU. Okay, I don't know why my brain just gave up.
Yeah, it happens to the best of us, Birdie.
But yeah, apparently a news article was saying that Cyborg was supposed to cameo within the new Flash movie, which then that cameo got removed after, and they were saying that he was never going to recast the role ever again in any DC movie. And that didn't go well because the actor went on Twitter and be like, no, that's super wrong, honestly. What?
Why? Wait, no. Then if that is true, then that means that you have to clarify that you're never going to make any more like Teen Titans material if you want to make anything like that.
Well,
and B, just remove a major member from the Justice League.
Well, I don't think he's playing Cyborg in any Teen Titans things. Well, did that Titans show ever come out? Maybe.
I don't think so. No, I don't.
All I remember was the trailer. That's it.
I don't like DC. I can't. The only DC thing I like is Green Lantern.
Yeah, I like Green Lantern.
So I can't really say much.
That's fair because
Green Lantern and Teen Titans, but I only know like the cartoon Teen Titans. I didn't really ever
the early 2000s Teen Titans. Yeah, but I brought two news topics here mainly because they're both DC related. Mainly because I want to make fun of DC and how they've handled a lot of their media. Which most of the DCU movies I think are terrible. Fucking just, I'm sorry. If you're fans of these movies, that's fine, I guess. They're not the worst.
I'm sorry if you are.
Yeah,
I'm sorry for you.
That too.
I'm sorry for your loss.
You wanted a cool Superman movie, and instead you got fucking Man of Steel.
You got Man of Steel. Batman v Superman.
You wanted a Batman versus Superman plotline, but instead you got Your Mother Has the Same Name as Mine.
That's my favorite ever.
Oh my god! I'll never forget. I'll never forget the Mad magazine, like issue of that where throughout they have the Riddler and I can't remember. I can't ever spell his name, but he's like the interdimensional like Goblin boy who you have to say his name back. You have to have him say his name backwards in order to get back.
Yeah, I remember that episode of the Superman cartoon, but I don't remember his fucking name though.
But they had those two like commentating over like the whole film, or like a fake version of the film. It was great.
It'd make the movie better because fuck me, like
how do you know her name?
Like how do you know her name?
How do you know my fucking name, Brody?
The part that fucks me up is the tone of the movie just becomes like a lot more like haha, cool action fun after that point, and I don't understand. It's fucking that movie. It's not.
Yeah, no. Don't worry about all those buildings you destroyed, guys. You guys have the same mother's name.
Yeah, no.
Good.
that reminds me of fucking the someone. I think it was a video, but I remember hearing this somewhere. It was like the actual cut of the Man of Steel ending, and it's it's Lois and Superman kissing at the top of the building, but in the background you hear all the cries and screaming of people because he destroyed fucking the city in the fight. Jeez, all you hear is just, that I would have actually loved that movie if they had that. But yeah,
that's what it should have been.
Don't even get me started with Suicide Squad, honestly. I don't. But yeah,
Suicide Squad had semi-good characters, but the plot was dumb, and it was really just kind of a cash grab to get all of these villains together for a film.
Yeah.
And
my favorite was Katana, how she just comes onto the plane, and they're like, "Who's that?" And he's like, "My name's Katana. I got a soul-stealing sword or some shit." And that's it.
My name's Katana. I have a katana.
It carries the soul of my dead husband. What the fuck? Like, okay, I guess.
Yeah, they just pop her in the movie. I'm just like, okay, I guess, whatever. But my main thing is just like, I think the DCU is like, I think like not only do I think that their movies like generally in quality are terrible, except like I don't know, people might debate like Wonder Woman, but I don't know, I still think it faces a lot of the same issues. But my problem is they're just not consistent. Just like they're trying to start multiple things at the same time. You're just like, come on, no, please.
It's because they wanted to try to pull off the Marvel Universe strategy, but they completely forgot that the Marvel Universe strategy consisted of them buying up a ton of other Marvel movies that had already been made at the time, and then just combining them all for a one big crossover plot line that has continued to be one plot line and not multiple ones at the same time.
You can't.
Although I will admit the only pitfall I'm not saying that the Marvel MCU is like the best thing ever. I know it has.
My problem with the MCU is
but I think the only like major story-wise pitfall they took was them announcing like the Atom character being added, and I forget like the actual superhero's name. But like he was actually the one that was supposed to like actually take care of the Infinity Stones, and then they pulled the bullshit with Tony and his Infinity Gauntlet. So then the Atom Online has gone nowhere since.
My thing with the MCU is just like I like these movies and I've been following them for years. My only problem is a lot of them can feel samey, and I feel like the ones that are bad are like really bad and boring, and I don't care. They'll have one good moment that I'll only like because they'll follow up on it at some later point, maybe.
My name's Katana, and I'm a Tumblr OC. What's your origin story?
Oh.
It sucks because I remember seeing her character design. I'm like, hey, that looks pretty cool. And then I watched the movie, and I'm like, oh, you're gonna be nothing. Got it. My favorite part is when that one dude with the fire powers, Diablo, just turns into a random demon near the end of the movie, and I'm like, excuse me?
What?
Yeah, no, near the end of the movie, he turns into like a big fire monster.
Right, it's like I get your whole thing is like you got fire and whatnot, and you actually ended up burning your wife and some shit. But like, what? You're just a demon now?
Yeah, they don't explain it at all. Maybe in the Schneider cut they'll actually show it. Fuck off.
And like the versions of the characters they all used is so strange. Like obviously, you know, there wasn't really much they could do with Harley. Although I kind of wish they realized what the fuck they were doing and pulled like the Injustice version of Harley where she had her twin hyenas. And that would have been okay. It would have been like really cool to see her order them around and like fuck shit up.
I like that.
But she doesn't do anything except for be comic relief because she's part of the Joker crony, so she's gonna be comic relief.
I don't even want to get into. I do feel bad for Jared Leto who played Joker in that movie though.
Damaged. Uh-oh.
Okay, yeah, no, that I laugh at, but I do feel bad for Jared Leto because like I remember after that they were like, you hear about the Joker movie they have planned for like the next year or two, and he's like, I haven't heard anything about that.
One of my favorite pictures on my computer is a picture of Joe Biden with his hair edited to be green with damage written on his forehead.
That's good. That's perfect. God. I love it. But yeah, no, the Cyborg's actor was just saying, no, this isn't true by all means. I don't back down from anything. You know, whatever happens there. Damn it, Faye showed us the image.
There it is. Oh,
I'll add it to the meme picture into the YouTube version of the podcast. Just fucking.
That's. Oh.
But yeah, no, it's just him talking about that. And while we're still on the topic of DC, there was going to be a, Jesus, my stomach. Anyway, there was going to be a side series with it's Green Arrow and the Canaries or something. And
I'm glad it's canceled.
Yeah, because I hate CW shows.
I don't know why it wasn't that gonna be on not TLC but DC. TBS.
I don't remember.
Stop watching CW.
Okay. I have to talk about this.
It was gonna be on CW.
I have to talk about this because I have a deep-ridden grudge against CW because I hate most of their shows. I think all their shows are fucking terrible, and I've had to suffer through years of being a dumb kid, having to be forced to watch some shows with my mom because she loves shit like Vampire Diaries and fucking Smallville. And I'm like, please.
I think the only good show to come out of the CW, and I don't think it was even originally a CW thing. I think it was like a Showtime thing. Was Supernatural.
I believe.
And even then, Supernatural is high key ass.
Supernatural's corny. I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah. You know that Scooby-Doo actually had a crossover episode with Supernatural like a year ago or something.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
I love it. I like
John
it.
Cena and Supernatural are in the same universe.
Yeah,
It's the Scooby-Doo universe.
Yes. No, it's Undertaker too. There was
my
another
God.
WWE Scooby-Doo movie.
What?
Yeah.
I don't.
Oh,
Scooby Doo was
Don't-
in its crossover age, was just so fucking
That whole
strange.
era-
Remember when John Cena, Chris Redfield, the Boulder?
Yeah, and it's
I do.
great. It's amazing. That movie's about like a ghost wrestling bear. It's fucking weird.
When is the John Cena Resident Evil crossover?
Oh man. They should make that into like a skin
mean,
into the new
I heard tales that they're planning on adding like Resident Evil characters into KOF All Stars,
Shut up.
which
Anyway.
had like no. Let me finish. Let me fucking finish. They and KOF All Star had a WWE crossover, and John Cena was one of the fighters you could get.
That I actually remember, and my favorite part was The Rock talking to the Orochi.
I can't wait to get a 5-star like Leon, like a Chris Redfield, and then pair them alongside my I think it was the Thug Style John Cena.
Listen, I've heard rumors, right? I've heard rumors that in the PS5 version of Resident Evil 5, you'll be able to play John Cena as Chris Redfield.
Oh my god!
If you play the Xbox 360 version, you could play as Halo.
You can play as Master Chief as
No,
Chris
you
Redfield.
can't say Master Chief. It's Halo now.
It's Halo Man.
I actually would think that's kind of cool.
I
a little
am
bit.
Mr. John Halo
I don't know. No.
of the Master Chief series.
Nothing will ever top playing as Master Chief in the Resident Evil 2 remake, and then having him being chased down by Mr. X, but it's actually Thomas the Tank Engine. That is how far society has come.
Actually, I think I have you beat. In Frozen Motorsports, you can race a pelican. I don't know why, but you can get a warthog and you can race a pelican.
Yeah.
Eh.
But anyway.
Sounds like
But yeah, I hate CW, especially like there's a lot of shows I really hate. I particularly hate Riverdale because I like Archie. Archie's pretty good, and now
Archie was good.
Yeah, and now Riverdale is
Now it belongs to the normies.
Yeah, now it belongs to the normies.
now Riverdale went to no. Archie Comics went over to Tumblr. They are truly lost.
My favorite thing that they changed in Riverdale is they made their like teacher who in like the comics and all that was like a super old lady into a really younger like hot older lady that Archie is having a relationship with, and I'm like, yeah, that's what we needed. That's what we needed.
Where everyone is fucking each other, and
they make Jughead fucking like actually get in a relationship. You can't do that. Jughead doesn't give a fuck.
No. They made Jughead a depressed soy boy. Like I don't understand. What if we
A shot at Jughead's a shot at me. You leave Jughead alone.
I fucking love Jughead. They ruined him.
Jughead is an asexual icon.
He is a king. He's the asexual king to me. He's even got a king's crown.
He just wants to eat his fucking burgers.
Yeah, that's
bro.
all he wants, and I kind of respect that. Just he wants to eat his fucking burger.
I respect the grind.
But yeah, Green Arrow this Green Arrow side series gets canceled, and I don't feel particularly bad because I think their writing is terrible, and I don't really.
Is there a part in Riverdale where Jughead takes his jacket off and there's a back tattoo of a burger on it?
No, I wish.
Oh, God.
No.
I'd watch Riverdale if there was.
Oh man. But yeah. Speaking well. Oh my god.
The hamburger Yakuza.
Jughead takes off his coat and he's got a giant like Japanese burger tattoo.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Oh my god. I
First officer of the Burger Clan, Jughead.
Yeah, that's a
Jughead
free one,
jokes.
Yakuza. You guys can have that.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if Jughead is in fucking Yakuza. Fucking, they made a Pokemon reference in there. It's weird. I love it. Yakuza's good, but regardless, you know, we'll go into the animation news, which there wasn't too much. The major thing I really found was Peak Doctor is stepping away from directing. Who, for those who don't know, Peak Doctor, he's essentially like one of like the big Pixar dudes who's worked on like a lot of the films. He's like second to John Lasseter. Only difference is he doesn't sexually harass women.
Hey.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, problematic gamer moment.
Yeah. But yeah, he's stepping down from directing, and he's basically like creative control officer now. So he just got to overview some stuff. You know, he's kind of upset about it, but he's like, yeah, whatever. But on the brighter note, Pixar.
It's like, I'm rich. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. On the brighter note, we are gonna, for some of the new movies that we talked about in the previous episode of Midnight Toons. I think it was episode 4 or something, when they were talking about all the movies they're releasing this year, etc. That would mean that the next couple directors are going to be, we're going to have the first black female directed film, and another one.
Oh fuck yeah!
Yeah, it's going to be cool. You know. Also, Pete Docter also says in the article for this, talking about how John Lasseter wasn't that influential. So basically, he's talking shit on him because he's a piece of shit. So, you know, that's cool. You know, good for Pete Docter.
He's like, him? Yeah, I didn't really get to see him too much between... You know, never mind. That joke's not worth it.
Yeah. And you know, I like some of the stuff Pete Docter's directed. I like Monsters, Inc. It's good. I kind of like...
Well, like,
Inside
when,
Out.
like, people like that... Okay, so, like, when people who are, like, sexually harassing others gets like connected to something I like, I always have to look at it again and be like, huh,
Yeah.
is there like hidden meanings in this that ruin it for me?
Yeah.
For example,
iCarly.
J.K. Rowling.
Oh.
When the troll goes into the women's bathroom. I'll just leave that one to interpretation.
I actually don't know. I know, but you know what? I'm not even gonna touch that. I'm not. But yeah. Okay. Sorry, but you know, Pete Docter leaves Pixar. You know, that's all that. And sadly, another thing that's kind of left us is a prominent voice actor, Venable. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce his last name. He's a video game and anime voice actor. He voiced V in DMC5. He's voiced a couple characters of Fire Emblem. He's voiced a lot of additional characters in a lot of popular anime and like My Hero, Attack on Titan, etc. He's pretty cool, but
additional voice actors are the unspoken stars.
Yeah.
Of anime.
Yeah, but
true heroes.
Yeah, but he unfortunately passed away about a couple days ago, and a lot of the voice actor community were like really upset about it. They haven't said how he the how he died, etc. I forgot the exact statement.
I mean, apparently a lot of people are being told how they die, or like a lot of people are being told about how a lot of celebrities are dying lately. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna chalk it up to aliens and then be on my happy merry way.
But yeah, no, it's unfortunate because you know when stuff like that happens, and but you know, yeah. But while we're on the topic of actors, Mr. Bean, he talks about cancel culture.
I saved myself for this,
Oh,
right?
You did? Okay.
Oh, of course. In my moment. One moment.
Yeah, let's wait a second. I'll cut this. Fuck. I've been waiting for this. And then like someone walks in.
I've been waiting for this moment.
Have you been talking about Mr. Bean in here? No, get up.
I told you to stop ranting about Mr. Bean on the internet, Pixel Von Doom.
It's like, you can't do this in this household. You won't talk smack on Mr. Bean. He's a hero.
Mr. Bean is your great uncle.
I don't know. I don't want Mr. Bean as my great uncle, please. Hell, the actor for Mr. Bean doesn't even want to be Mr. Bean. Basically.
Bro, cancel culture is like he can't bitch. All right, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I think this came from because everyone was dissing on Bean Dad last week.
Bro, Bean Dad.
Yeah. But
Bro,
I think
Bean Dad. Can we talk about Bean Dad?
Go ahead, honestly, because I actually don't know much about it. I heard about it happening, but I don't know what the exact story
This
was.
dude made like a 20 post thread over the course of like 3 hours talking about how his child was having a meltdown because he wouldn't open a can of beans for her and feed her.
Oh no. Oh no.
It's like the most like verbose, like fucking snide, condescending narrative on her attempting to get this can open. Because she can't open it herself, and he's like, you have to open the can yourself, or I'm not helping you with the beans. You have to make your own beans.
Oh, man, it reminds me of those fucking videos of like the parents breaking whatever like phone or something of the kid to try to teach him a lesson, and I always hate those because you're not. Come on.
I just like, and people were like mad at him for not feeding his kid.
Yeah. And
then like he was like, well, she was fed 4 hours ago, so it's not really that big of a deal. She's been fed. She's taken care of. Blah 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 blah. But like, is he just not thinking about like the sheer trauma that would be like I know it's not like she's getting hit in the head with a fucking mallet or anything.
Yeah. But still, that's fucked.
Imagine like 20 years from now, she looks back and she still remembers the one day where she wanted beans and her dad tortured her for 3 hours over a can of beans.
God, man,
it's really like such a weird little thing, but like that kind of comes in the cancel culture a little bit, where it's like, okay, what actions are we supposed to be holding people accountable for, and what actions do we not hold them accountable for? Because like this guy who plays Mr. Bean is talking about like, oh well, we're all supposed to have differing opinions, and like, people who find opinions that aren't in their opinion range are offended and they cancel people for it. But that's not what cancel culture is about. He has the whole wrong narrative on it. Like nobody here is being canceled for being like, I think ketchup's better than mayonnaise, or I think that taxing people more money so that we can have more sustainable green resources is a needed defense versus like I think we need to reduce taxes and then give tax relief for companies who follow, like, it's not like a policy disagreement. No, this is the like people get canceled for like calling people the N-word and like going on transphobic rants. That's cancel culture. And so like you have to really ask yourself the question of like, okay, so is it really just differing opinion, or like is there a certain point where your opinion is so far outside of the norm that this maybe it's a problem, and maybe you should be taken off of platforms? And like, being me as an anarchist and etc., I'm not really for a sort of enforcement of cancel culture, but at the same time, like from a contemporary theory angle and like a contemporary culture angle, I can't really like say from a liberal's perspective that like cancel culture is bad. Like in most cases, cancel culture is just a tool that is being used, and usually it's being used in a very justifiable means against very justifiable people from the lens of like liberal politics. I can't really suggest any sort of solution outside of that. besides for attempting to educate people whenever they're being arrogant. And a lot of times the people, they aren't willing to be educated. So it's, yeah, like I said, you come to this conclusion that it's like there's literally nothing you can do besides either ignore them and let them collude with people who are like them, or take them off the platform.
Yeah.
And so it's a hard kind of like dynamic there.
All right, I'm back.
That was really, I really like that. I don't know why.
Yeah, well, if I just get that serious talk.
To let you, whatever you're gonna say, Pixel, go ahead, because sorry, I was laughing of like I've been waiting for this, and then we hear a knock on the door.
Mr. Bean talking about cancel culture is the same as that old drug PSA where Pee Wee Herman just pulls up with you on a black background and table. This is crack.
Oh,
that's all I got from that article.
I could see him like that, but you know, we went deep on we went in on that, but the only really there's not really much else to add that Faye didn't really like go into by all means. Well, more that she went into cancel culture in general, but still, yeah, you know. But the only other thing that's on this article is he's planning to have some Mr. Bean animated show, or just working on some other stuff. And he also doesn't like being Mr. Bean, actually. So
if you don't want to get canceled, just don't do something cancelable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that easy.
Are people getting upset because I'm saying the N-word? Well, there you go.
You're saying N-word. Maybe think before you speak, idiot.
You didn't say it in an offensive manner. I'm like, bitch, don't. Okay, but yeah, you know, we talked about a lot of, you know.
I got caught sending nudes to a child on Discord, and
Whoops.
I have said multiple times on my stream that age of consent laws are wacky. Why am I being canceled? That's crazy. That one's a shout out to Vosh.
Yeah. I'm actually kind of surprised. No, sorry, I was thinking of Pro Jared. Never mind. Whoops. But yeah, you know, I think we can. You know, this has been a pretty good episode. But let's leave on a lighter note. So Denmark, they premiered some new kids show. I was just looking through random news for the topics for this episode of the podcast, and I managed to find this just randomly. And there's not really much in this article aside that Denmark has a new kids show where it's about a dude and his really long dick. Or as this article says, tallywhacker. Sorry. It looks like
I have very huge private parts. The kids show.
Yeah, he just uses.
I don't get it.
He uses it as a fucking superpower. He there's some part in the trailer where kids are getting attacked by a lion, and he uses it as like a whip. He uses it as a helicopter. It's fucking weird. It kind of gives me like Adult Swim, like late night Adult Swim vibes, except it's not like purposely.
It's made for children.
Except it's for children, and
I don't get it. I was looking at it for like a solid like 20 minutes. I don't get it.
I don't know. You gotta ask Denmark, because it just fucking it's weird. It's fucking. I just saw this and I'm like, I don't care what this article is about. I have to put this on the docket.
Strange for no good reason.
Listen, kids, maybe if you believe hard enough, your willy will be this big too.
Imagine if he got the Infinity Stones.
Yo, now we're talking.
My private part be humongous, the size of the universe times 2.
the Infinity Tallywhacker.
I have to keep the balance of the universe. With my dick.
It's Jormungandr, the world serpent.
You're terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Using my Green Lantern ring to make a penis so that I can save children.
Oh, I don't even need the Green Lantern ring for that.
It's just so I just don't get it, dude. I don't get it.
And I don't know. Denmark, can you please explain? Please? If we have any listeners in Denmark, that is.
To me.
But yeah, you know, that's all we really have for this episode of the podcast. We would move on to questions, but we don't have any questions. I mean,
there's a mysterious man asking for Pixel on every episode.
I know, right? So mysterious. Although
I love him.
There is one question that we didn't ask Faye from the previous episode, and it comes from a friend of ours, Tuck. Is a Big Mac one burger or 2 burger?
Hold on, I gotta look this up real quick.
Oh
Give me
my
a second. We're doing the big math right now. Okay, so looking at it, right? Looking at it,
Mm-hmm.
it has 3 slices of bread,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you have to think, right? Okay, so how many sandwiches are really here? Because if you're when we're doing the sandwich map, when we do the soul map on sandwiches,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
we have to accommodate that a sandwich is anything with bread and another ingredient, right?
All
And
right.
so there's a such thing as open face sandwiches, such as tacos.
Okay.
And
Alright.
so we have to say that there is at least 3 open face sandwiches here, with the addition of another sandwich and another sandwich and then a sandwich of sandwiches.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
so we come to the conclusion that there is roughly about 6 or 7 sandwiches in a Big Mac.
I
Yeah.
was not expecting that.
No.
Get us out of here.
If
That's your answer. There's 7 sandwiches in a Big Mac.
Oh man, that's amazing.
I mean, it is a Big Mac.
It
so.
is a Big Mac. Why is it? Wait, why? Why is it called a Big Mac? What does a Mac stand for? Anything?
Do you think Big Macs have better aerial neutrals than Little Mac?
Oh, for sure. Anyway, for sure. Just play Rivals of Ether. Someone's probably made a Big Mac character in the workshop.
Yeah, Big Mac exists as a workshop fighter. I
Fucking-
know.
I was joking, Pixel. Come on.
I don't think
No.
that's fair. I think one sandwich is enough for a character. I don't think you need 6 sandwiches in one character. I don't think that's
Or if you want a true challenge, just play Donald.
Shut up. No, I actually, Faye, I know you probably don't play, but Rivals of Ether, they like a year back they added a workshop feature where you can create your own character within the game, and it's basically like a really good Smash clone. I would say is better.
if
than
you
Smash.
think about it, if I take this piece of bread and I put it on my floor, I just made the Earth a sandwich.
I think she's broken. I think.
And what sucks is that on the other side of the earth, there's probably another piece of bread just on the floor somewhere.
Well, you don't even need that because you can just make the planet an open face sandwich,
Yeah.
Even, true,
like a
but,
pizza. Pizzas
So
are
if-
sandwiches.
Pizza. P-I-Z-Z-A.
but by you putting that piece of bread on the floor, does that make the sandwich or does that make the earth an endless sandwich buffet?
I don't know. No, if you really think about it, I didn't even need to put the sandwich on the floor because the sandwich, even inside of a container, is just bread with another ingredient. So it's a sandwich too. Your bread container is a sandwich of smaller sandwiches.
Actually,
The atmosphere is sandwich. So the atmosphere is the bread of the earth. Is that what I'm hearing?
No. You misunderstand.
Oh wait,
It's
guys,
bread.
Here's how you can understand Pixel. That's gonna be the end of the podcast of this episode. We hope you guys had a wonderful night or day.
You
when you're listening to
you
this.
can't silence the sandwich Illuminati.
I can, but if you wanna catch up on any updates about episodes of the podcast, you can go follow me at the PK Speed on Twitter, or just subscribe to the channel. If you want to check out Faye or Pixel's social
Argue
media,
with me
they're in the
about
description.
what constitutes a sandwich on Twitter at Faye Exclaim.
Yes, and of course, if you want to go follow them, their links are down
You
below.
want me to yell at you for a good solid hour about how you should be living your life in your best way? At VillagePixel64 on Twitter, or Pixel Von Doom #9964 on Discord.
Yeah. But oh man. But yeah.
Have you just put your Discord in a video?
Ooh.
Yeah.
The wall.
Listen, he doesn't have that much friends. He just needs someone to talk to. Anyway,
I'm so fucking lonely. You don't know.
But anyway, we hope you had a wonderful time listening to us, and we'll see you guys. We'll see you guys in the next episode. See ya.
Bye. Beautiful time.